as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Don't let him run. Come on, let's play like a team. On the ready.
Second down, Jacobs once more. There's the stiff arm. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Forced out to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. O'Donnell coming out for Green Bay on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes it all the way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Love. That's caught by the rookie, Jayden Reed. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Set, ready. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Flushed out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. I thought they might try to sneak, but what they had planned turned out much better.
It certainly did, and let's face it, when you run the sneak there, that's probably the better percentage play to pick up the first down. But if you have confidence in your offensive line that you won't allow any breakthroughs by the defensive front, you run what they did there. Let the big guy take the football, who runs it a little bit better, and pick up the yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 186 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone.
What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Love from the gun. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Here's Love. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dillon fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
On 4th down, Love steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 43 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Man, 206 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Jacobs is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this 1st half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. Whether they'll amount to much in the game, it's already pretty well decided. Coach? Well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes. And this will be caught at the 30. Inside the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, 75 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 245 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
19 tight.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Yellow. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jacorian Bennett has it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out, and as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Love looking to throw it. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
Strike. Check. Strike. Hut.
Off the play fake, Love. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 62 yards. First down going to the air with Love. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and they just sat this offense on the sideline watching another touchdown go in the wrong direction. They're really getting blitzed in the second half.
And the pressure is really on because they need a big-time drive to calm things down. Well, as you mentioned, things have really gone in the wrong direction. The momentum's all on the other side of the ball. Their offense has now given their defense a lot of confidence. You know they're going to get after them here.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Same target, it's Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Wilson on first down. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. They get 10 more there, and I'm believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
To throw again is Wilson. It gets it right back to Mayer. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. In motion left goes Myers. From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to hit his target, it's Mayer. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. White will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Love. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. A check down here to Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Reed. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Again, it's Love. And this one too low.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw now, here's Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Raiders,